In the beginning, there was dust, and from that dust, the moon was born. Eons of idleness passed, before suddenly, it shattered. Great celestial chunks cascaded from the heavens unto earth. From one prodigious shard spawned humanity, and from another, the gods. For a great many years, balance endured, until a foul and malevolent deity intervened. Exil spread greed and distrust among his kin, compelling these calamitous beings to conquer man. Centuries of servitude passed, until finally, aided by a veiled ally, humanity revolted. The Great Crusade overthrew the old gods, imprisoning them within the sacred walls of the Citadel. At the expense of untold lives, a peace was wrought, but it was not meant to last, for the miscreant Exil returned from his concealment, conducting atrocious experiments upon his caged kindred. A darkness permeated the lands. Rivers stagnated, crops failed, and the world of man began to fade. The great moon, witnessing all, wept a final shard. A shard of the purest obsidian. And thus, a glimmer of hope remains.
Well, that's a lot of story to dump immediately on the player. Welcome to Eldest Souls. The game is quite quiet. I did a test of the audio, so I think it might just be that the intro was a little quieter, because when we get into the game, I think it's going to be a little louder. So this is a game you might recognize if you've been watching my channel for a while. I actually did a Steam Game Festival demo stream of this game way back, and when it just had like 2 bosses to test out and stuff. And I really quite liked it, even though it does look a little clunky in terms of the animation and stuff, but just the mechanics were really fun and all of that. And the developers reached out to me, well, the publisher, I think, and looks like there's a big update, big expansion that came out for this game, and yeah, they were just handing out keys left and right, and I got one, so here we are. I've been wanting to play this game for a long time, and it's just kind of a Titan Souls, Hyperlight Drifter, Souls-like boss rush kind of thing, and let's check it out. It's very, very quiet now. I thought there was title music. Yeah, here we go. It's gonna start. So, we got a settings menu, and there's not too much that you can change, really. Just full screen on or off, resolution, no like visual options or anything. We'll see if screen shake ends up being too annoying. I might turn it off. And they say they recommend controller, and when I played this game in the Steam Game Festival, I did use a controller, but there are a lot of controls for this game, and you can rebind them for both keyboard and mouse. Immediate complaint for me is it's kind of weird. You can't rebind things to whatever you want. Like here, for example, I can't rebind this. Oh, I can rebind it to tab. I thought I tried that and it didn't work, and you couldn't like rebind it to like shift and stuff. Like here, dash, I can't assign to shift. Shift is not like an allowed key binding, which is a bit of a shame. Would be nice to have multiple possible keys for each one, but still, I might just do tab for this one then, because I feel like that's easier than escape. So I tested this out a little bit off camera, just with both controller and mouse controls, and I actually kind of like the keyboard and mouse, so I'm gonna be testing that, see if I swap around. But you can see there's like a lot of different actions. You can attack, you can dash, you can blood burst, you can active shard, which is like grappling hook and stuff like that, and use fighting style. So on a controller, that just ended up being too many key bindings for me. So I feel like actually putting this on the mouse and stuff might work out better. So we'll see. I'm gonna test it out. So let's jump in. 2 centuries have gone by since the First Crusade. Although the old gods have been chained, the kingdoms of men lay scourged by the desolation. A lone warrior approaches the ancient citadel in search of retribution. And it starts the same way as the demo did. I think pretty much everything at the start will be the same as the demo. It's probably just that, like, more has been added. Crusader's Landing. So, like, one of the main things I noticed right away is just that the animations look a little stiff, I would say. They don't quite flow that well, but I do remember when we played the demo that once you get into the combat system and, like, the charge attacks and avoiding stuff, it actually does flow very well and feel very satisfying. Yeah, left click to attack at this point. Another thing that I would really love to see is, similar to Hyperlight Drifter, in Hyperlight Drifter for mouse and keyboard controls, they had an option, if you want to, you could dash to the mouse cursor instead of just in, like, W, A, and D directions. I really would like that for this game as well. I think that would be really cool and would make mouse and keyboard much nicer, because, I mean, it's nice to be able to aim and just click where you want to attack and stuff. So, yeah, we'll see. Epic hair. Well, I guess just this, you mean? Because otherwise that's just a cape. But yeah, I guess that's epic hair right there. Yeah. I put mouse up, scroll up as my interact key. I figured that's easier. Oh, and yeah, I did get 3 achievements when I was just testing stuff off camera. I got going to Crusader's Landing. I died to a log up here and actually did complete the first, like, tutorial boss, because we had already seen it. We've seen it in the demo, the, like, Watchdog, so it's not really anything new if you remember the demo. They're all the same damn color. Yeah, I think it's just a cape and hood that he's wearing, but he's got, like, a tiny wisp of white hair right there. And here we get our bonfires, basically. Just checkpoints. So yeah, dash through attacks, and this is the first achievement if you just do this. There we go. I give up. So giving up just puts you here. It's kind of weird. I don't really exactly understand that. When we played the demo, I think it was like retrying puts you right at the fight you were on. Giving up puts you outside it, so you can actually go elsewhere. And you get some game tips here. Yeah, so retry just does the same thing. Yeah, so we can dash through, and you get iframes, and you also get some, like, stamina regen, basically. If I just spam the dash, it'll take quite a while for it to recover, but if you successfully dodge through an attack, then you get almost an instant refund of the stamina. And then you've got some, like, I think this game is pretty much only a boss rush game. I don't think there are any normal enemies or challenges like that. It's just kind of walking around, seeing some lore and stuff like that, and then going to the boss fights. At least that's how it was in the demo, so we'll see if that has been fleshed out. But we do have some, like, fetch quests and things like that. We got string. It's a very, very convoluted fighting style system and stuff like that, but once you get into it, it actually has a lot of flexibility and stuff. I do remember this from the demo. You can, like, choose, we don't have any skill points right now, you can choose, like, which of the 3 fighting styles you want to use, and then you can spec into different skill trees and infuse all of your abilities, like your dash and your grapple hook and stuff like that, with different things you get from bosses. So we'll get to that. So we got a key item, harp string. A thin harp string, worn but intact. Harps were common instruments in the court of the border baronies. Such was the knight's predilection towards their music, that it is said that even a low-born commoner could live a wealthy life in the high fortress, provided they possessed enough musical talent. Of course, such tales are of a time past, as nothing is left of the towering fortress but bones and stone. You also can't change options in the options menu, sadly, like controls and stuff. Don't really see why. That would be nice to not have to exit to the main menu, but we do have some stats, playtime, and already 2 deaths. Pretty bad. Better turn in my gamer license. Yeah, we do want to, like, explore around everywhere, because we can pick up a bunch of key items and trade them into people and stuff like that. A stout great shield made of iron, worn out by battle. A broken great shield. Such shields were widely used by the Mercian, I don't know, foot soldiers, once regarded as the finest among the kingdoms. Indeed, Mercia's royal army led the charge against the Elder Gods in the First Crusade. So, is this whole game about us trying to dethrone a god, an evil god? I guess. Yeah, 2 deaths in like 2 minutes. Terrible. Just terrible. And we get Abyssal Effigy. So, I wonder what this means. Like, this... Is this something that I will give to someone? Because I remember doing that in the demo. And this is just like a random lore item, maybe? So that's never gonna be useful, but this is gonna be useful, maybe? Abyssal Effigy. A small black effigy of a one-eyed crow. The faith of the deep was forbidden by all the elder gods alike. But now that the former rulers are in chains, such symbols of faith are appearing throughout the land. After all, what other hope is there for the rebirth of the world? I like how you can dash through boxes and destroy them. We got a note as well. To my lord and liege, Count of Cumbria. Getting within these cursed walls was supposed to be the easy part of our task, and yet it is not so. My lord, fiends from hell control the walls, pouring out of the gates at our every attempt at sieging the citadel. They're demons, my liege. No other way to describe them. Monstrous, taller and stronger than our men. Steel won't kill them. The black spears can harm them, but the obsidian tip is brittle, and we lose many precious spearheads for every skirmish we engage in. By the time this missive reaches you, I hope we'll have control over the walls. But I beg you, inform the king. We need more supplies, better weapons than our black spears, something stronger that could cut through a much bigger foe. For king and country, your loyal servants. There's no, like, page 2. Yeah, the icon is a scroll, which might be like a quest item that you trade in to people or something. I don't know, we'll have to see. And you can't, like, dash off the edge? No? There's walls to close you in. And nothing else here. Another thing is, like, if you're gonna have these walking sections, it would be kind of nice if you just had infinite stamina during them. Oh, this is flashing. So you could just dash around a little quicker, but I guess they want the pacing to be a little slower. An old bundle of obsidian spears, their tips brittle and dark. The use of obsidian was completely forbidden by the old gods, but with their demise, the material has resurfaced within the lands. However, the craftsmanship of the mysterious material is rudimentary at best, as the stone metal appears brittle and uneven. So, is my sword obsidian or something like that? Or is it a better material? Mercia and Cumbria are both old British kingdoms. They come up a lot in Arthurian-inspired stuff. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, you can travel. Oh, cool. But we can't travel back to the one we were at. So this is like a special one. That's weird. Oh, that's really weird. Okay. 1 second. I rebound escape to tab, but you still have to use escape for certain things like closing menus and stuff. Yeah, that's also a bit of an annoying thing. Open menu. I guess I should have that as escape and... Oh, no. Oh, crap. You can't rebind it as escape because pressing escape cancels rebinding. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So I have to memorize this. I'm just gonna, just for safety, take a screenshot and like restore defaults. That's a problem. That definitely should be changed. So now dash should be this instead. I think Bloodburst, I used this, but then I also had something else on space. What did I have on space? Use fighting style was down. Did I do Bloodburst on space? 1 second, I have to check the screenshot. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. Yeah, I did Bloodburst on space, because I figure I'm not going to use... I wanted to have dash on shift. I feel like that would have been nice, but yeah, unfortunately you can't do that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, some technical aspects that I feel could be polished up a little bit for quality of life and stuff like that. More reading. My son, I hope this letter finds you safe and in good health before the army reaches the citadel. It pains me to admit that the situation in Bordeaux is dire. The family's fortune is gone, brigandry is running rampant, and the small folk are in open rebellion as the desolation consumes our crops. No one is safe outside the high fortresses. We managed to escape the thief? I don't know what that is, with our best mares. But your brother died to ensure we make it. So I beg you, my only son, they might call you a crusader, but remember who you truly are. A knight of Bordeaux, above all else. Please do not spill your blood for the king's folly. Please, come back home. I think he made it. Nope. So yeah, here we go with the first boss from the demo. The Watchdog. So yeah, I do kind of remember mostly what this guy did. And I remember, for most of this game, you don't actually really want to be using like light attacks too much. You instead want to do this charge up, which when you hit, you get this bar that empowers all of your attacks and lets you swing much faster while it's active. So we can do like this thing and then just really swing quickly. And then also, you can regain your health as well. Oh! Okay, there we go. Yeah, I thought it was like not showing tutorials for some reason, but no, it's showing them. I thought there were more tutorials beforehand. Lifesteal. Jesus, my voice. Lifesteal. Fully charge attack, left click to gain bloodthirst. Then attack, left click the enemy to lifesteal and regenerate your health. Yeah, so while we have this one maxed out, we can lifesteal. And then you have to hold down escape for this, which is a little weird. Yeah, so I'm getting all of my health back. And he wakes up again. Again, just a tutorial boss. And your dash is iframes as well. I think it should teach you about blood bursts as well. Probably at the halfway point. Yep. Breakthrough with bloodthirst. Hold left click to charge, and then bloodthirst. Hold until full to gain bloodthirst. And then blood burst. When you have bloodthirst, you press space, or well, in my case, space, to do blood burst and destroy the enemy's defenses. Like that. And then we can just do another charge attack to build up another one, and then you could blood burst again if you want to. Ow. Oh man, that shield slam is the one I'm not avoiding. Bloodburst also like locks you into the animation for quite a while, so it's best not to use it when you can't do the full thing. Whereas charge attacks you can kind of dash out of much easier. God, I need some water. 1 second. Oh boy. So we got 1 skill point. And why is this flashing? Oh, that's just like what I'm marking. Yeah, so now we can choose. And this is interesting that they've actually altered it. Previously in the demo, Berserk Slash was the main one, the one that was like encouraged to put your points into because it was the default one. But now it seems like Windslide is the one that they're like incentivizing you to begin with. But I remember always liking Berserk Slash instead. So I don't know, you can freely spec into these and out of them. So we have 1 skill point. I can just click to enter Windslide. So now attacks generate a wind leaf, a seeking projectile that fills your Windslide bar when it hits. Once the Windslide bar is 75% full, they did change that. In the demo, I remember it said it was half full, but it was when it was 75%, so that was just a bit of a mistake. You can activate Windslide, a quick dash attack that cuts through enemies and unleashes a flurry of blows. So if we try that out... well, we can't do it right now. Guess I can... Yeah, there you see the little projectile flying around. Didn't have a target. We didn't get any anything to like read about from that, no? Yeah, it does seem like you want to explore around kind of everywhere for different pickups and lore stuff, reading and objects you can inspect. like right here. Wall Guard Insignia, or Insignia. Yes, that's also a quest item. An insignia of the Wall Guard. Although corroded by the elements, the symbol of the council is still visible. Being chosen for the Wall Guard had always been a source of pride. For what greater honor is there than guarding the gods' slumber? And then I remember us finding this guy in the demo. Hello. Ed the Wanderer. Ah, a Crusader, I see. My congratulations for making it past that beast. Oh, F to continue. But I'm afraid even more await within the Citadel. Ed the Wanderer, they call me. As you can guess, I have traveled far and wide throughout the mainland. From the dunes of the Sunset Desolation to the shores of Essen of the Dawn. What wonders I could tell you of, knight. I would love to sing a hymn to your bravery, but as far as I can tell, my harp has been damaged. This might well be the last one there is. Sad, isn't it? They fixed that too. I remember that saying, like, it was like a weird sentence, but yeah, they've polished up the writing, so that's good. Say, what point is there living in a world devoid of music and beauty? Sometimes I wonder. Give harp string? No. Okay, I thought I couldn't talk again. Alright, here you go. Where did you find this? Outstanding. Yeah, there we go. Now we get achievements again. Again, I just got like 3 achievements. Defeat the Watchdog, die to a rolling log, and reach Crusader's Landing when I was just doing some testing. A bard's request. Deliver the harp string to Ed. Where'd you find this? Outstanding. I'm guessing the Crusaders brought along musicians to praise the feats of their future victory, eh? Poor souls, I wonder what might have happened to them all. No? I thought he was gonna sing me a hymn. Poor souls. And yeah, I mean, in the demo, I think that just, like, didn't do anything. So I don't know if that's ever gonna come into play. If it's like... Wait, was that something? No, that was just talking. Are they like Dark Souls NPCs where you complete their little quest step and then they move on to a different part of the land and you meet them again, possibly? The Citadel. And the door, the gate is shut. Yeah. So now we can travel. This is new as well. We can actually jump around to different ones. So is this the full game? Is this all we get? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, hello. It's probably your insignia, isn't it? Oh, the survivor. This is just like achievements for everything. Achievements for starting the game, achievements for dying to a log, achievements for every boss. I mean, why not, I guess? Sergeant Rass. So you made it through. Aye, kid? Months without provisions and you are all the old king could spare. Just my luck. That sword you got. It can kill them, can't it? Well, no use for it now. As you can see, you're late, kid. Nothing left of the mighty crusade but old bones. And me, I guess. Just your luck. If you go in there alone, you'll be sliced up like the rest of them. Might as well starve out here instead, eh? Or I, don't you think? That's it? Can't give him anything? I guess he doesn't want the insignia. I don't know if it's insignia or insignia. Can I kill him? Nope. Amethyst Vial. A thin vial containing a violet liquid. This mysterious extract is the result of devious experiments conducted by the creator. The Watchers periodically sweep through the Citadel's districts looking for new test subjects. No one knows what fate befalls those unlucky enough to be caught, but one thing is certain, no one ever comes back. Yeah, you can't kill any NPC you want. For shame. And they call themselves a Souls-like. It's locked tight, but the right key might be able to open it. Oh, yeah, here we get this guy, also from the demo. I remember him. So now we have the, like, wind slide. What's it called? Wind slide? You can't pause either, by the way. We can't, like, check things, change our build or whatever during the combat, because that's what being a Souls-like is all about, right? Oh, crap. Jesus, that range. So now we want to try and, like, life leech a little bit. Ow, man, that range. Oh, I'm dead. Yep, there we go. First of many. Died to a boss. Sure did. Yeah, this is why I don't think I remember liking this one too much. I kind of prefer... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, it's locked because I went into this one. But I mean, we haven't even tested this, so maybe I should experiment a little more. But yeah, it's just, if we go to Berserk Slash, it's like, dealing damage causes shockwaves around you, filling your Berserk Fangs, each granting 5% damage dealt. So you just get more damage passively over time, and then you can activate Berserk Slash to deal 40 damage and gain Berserker buff for even more damage for a couple seconds, and you can stack them. So you just, like, scale up your damage by going ham, and I feel like that worked out a lot better. And then counter is just to block attacks and stuff, and that's also really interesting. Charging attacks fills your counter bar, reducing damage takes up. Also interesting to note is that it's charging attacks, not hitting charge attacks. So you can just charge them, like, away from the boss to make sure you always have a counter full. And then you can absorb all damage and deal between 40 and 90 damage, depending on your timing. Shields you for 20% of the damage done. Yeah, that sounds pretty tempting to me, like a parry style. So maybe we'll try that out instead. This might be a problem with, like, my key bindings, because I think it's... Hold on. If I charge this up. Oh, we can't get it? Here? Outside of combat? Alright, well, let's try it. I think it's, like, scrolling down is my, my key for that. Okay. That was way slower than I expected it to be. I thought I would parry that. I guess not. Looks like about 3 or 4 charge attacks in order to fully charge it. Okay, I did do it. Yeah, there we go. So at this point, I kind of want to stop, like, spamming light attacks and instead just do charge attacks over and over. Yeah, still got it, but that was bad timing. You also want to, like, try and dash through attacks instead of dashing away from attacks, because if you dash through them, you just get your dash back. Ah. Oh. What happened? Oh, right. Phase 2. I remember this. Ah, damn. Very close to dying. Yeah, I'm missing most of these counters. Oh crap, I thought I had it. I don't. Now I have it. This is different. He, like, makes these passive spears. In the demo, it was just, like, faster spears instead. Oh, that was terrible. I just dashed into that. Yeah, I do like the counter style quite a bit. I mean, why not? Let's try the other one as well, just so you can see like how each one works. So that was counter, and this one, and then obviously we can strengthen it with more skill points and stuff, and infuse different abilities with different things. But now we have this, well, can we get the HUD somehow? Yeah, by just attacking. We have these fangs that I can build up with attacks to get more damage. I kind of feel like the blood burst might have been slowed down a little from, oh crap, from the demo. I remember that being like very forgiving. You could just like use it whenever. Now it kind of locks you into the animation a lot more. But yeah, it's a very powerful attack. Ow. Man, that range. Damn. Okay, thought I could just, like, outrun it. You have to dash. Yeah, I was doing better with a counter play style, but we'll see. That was a good... Oh, I thought I dodged it. Never mind. Didn't dodge it. Ah, crap. Thought I could sneak in a hit. And then we can use... Like, passively now I have 10% extra damage. Ah, crap. But if I use it, then I can get, like, a temporary buff for even more than that. And you can refresh it as well and stack it, which you'll end up wanting to do. Oh. Ah, crap. Yeah, he's pretty simple once you focus on just actually dodging. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a good showcase of why I preferred this style in the demo, but they're all interesting, and maybe I should try out the wind one a bit more. We'll see once we get like more skill points and stuff. So, now we got an active shard. I guess it'll probably... I think it's gonna tell you in a tutorial. And we have an unused skill point as well. So, do I want to go to one of these? Aftershock. After landing a fully charged attack, shockwaves cause an aftershock, dealing 30% of the original shockwave's damage. Or, Fury Fragments. Each blood burst causes a Fury Fragment to be created around your target, lasting 6 seconds. Collecting the Fury Fragment causes you to gain Furious buff. And it's just even more damage. I mean, depending on how easy they are to collect, that sounds pretty good. But yeah, maybe we should try out something else. Let's check these. Bulwark. Charge attack creates a protective bulwark around you, lasting 4 seconds that absorbs 4 of upcoming damage. Do you mean like 4 instances of damage? Or just 4 damage? When broken or expired, Bulwark explodes, dealing the absorb value as damage in an area. Or Warding Blades, landing Bloodburst. So left is like almost always about Bloodburst? Yeah, okay. Left is like the Bloodburst tree. Landing Bloodburst causes a Warding Blade to be summoned. Up to 3 can be present at one time. Warding Blades activate upon successful counter, shattering into nearby enemies for 45 damage. That actually sounds really good. So you counter, you do charge attacks to charge up your counter, and then after charge attacks you use blood bursts as well, and then when you counter you get this like mega attack that does insane damage. Yeah, that sounds interesting. And for Wind Slide, that was what it was called. Razor Leaf, landing a charge attack ignites the active wind leaves, increasing their damage and Wind Slide bar gain by 20%. I remember this one being not super good right away, but then later on you get like slower wind leaves, so you can have more of them active at once, thus empowering the ones that are already in flight, and so on. And Wind Aura. Your Bloodburst creates a wind aura around you, dealing damage to nearby enemies. That sounds pretty good. Just Bloodburst over and over, and then you get up to 3 stacks of a damage over time thing. Let's try that out, just to see how it works. Oh, and the last Guardian. Defeat the Guardian. Wait, hold on. I should probably go back and talk to the Knight. Oh, can I? Maybe I can't go up. Can I teleport? I guess we have to find the teleport thing. I want to go back and brag to him. I did what he couldn't do with an entire army. Open skills menu. Infuse shard into active slot. Select Guardian's shard and press. Enter. Corrupted grasp. Shaped by the creator. Can you move away? We have to follow this tutorial before I can read it. Use shard to grapple across. And I put that on middle mouse. That was weird. I clicked it once and it didn't work. Is that a thing? Sometimes, like, when I interact, I have to scroll twice before it registers that I scrolled in this game, which is a little weird. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem with this, where I, like, middle mouse and then it doesn't register and you have to do it twice. Now it's working. Open skills menu. Bloodburst. Select Guardian Shard and infuse the Bloodburst. Bloodburst causes a patch of corruption to linger on the ground. The corruption lasts for 3 seconds, dealing 4 damage every half second, and heals for the same amount. So you can put it in whichever infusion slot you want from the boss drop. And now we destroy it with a Bloodburst. And we get this... Oh, that's a new graphic as well. That was a lot more simple, just kind of like a foggy thing in the demo. Yeah, we still have our wind slides. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's just check what this said. Corrupted grasp, shaped by the creator, bound by his duty. Something dark looms deep within this fragment. A disturbing but relaxing presence. What has the creator meddled with to produce such a monstrosity? Active, dark tendrils sprout, reaching forward. If they collide with an object or enemy, you will grapple towards it. Hitting an enemy deals 20 damage and grants 100% bloodthirst bar. So that's pretty good for, say, this thing. If we just, like, hook shot in and then bloodburst immediately and you get a damage aura around you and so on. So yeah, that's pretty solid. Charge attacks. Every third charge attack unleashes a swarm of corruption, dealing 15 damage and healing for 150%. There it is. Yeah, okay. But that's and that's like every third no matter what, not third in a row, right? We can, like, dash around and do whatever, do light attacks, and then just this one. Oh. Kind of. I guess maybe it, like... Oh, here we go. It has a stack counter. So you have to do 3 within that time. So yeah, you have, like, not too much leeway where you have to do the 3. Okay, so I'm not hugely a fan of that. That seems a little too finicky. Like, when are you really going to be able to do triple charge attacks in a row unpunished? I don't know. We'll see. And then the dash. Using dash through attacks creates a swarm of corruption around you, dealing 10 damage and healing for 5 HP. Right, 5%. Yeah, that's probably pretty good if you can dodge through a bunch of attacks. But for now, I think I want the grapple hook. And that has, like, a charge up bar. The Crossroads. Oh my god. It's just gonna be so many achievements. All the time. The real deal. Reach the Crossroads. So now, can we just travel back and go talk to people again? Is the Bard still here? The Bard is gone. Yeah, maybe we'll meet him again. And this guy is still here. Oh. Okay, I was hoping he would say something, since, like, hey, I beat the guy. And we don't have the key for this, so never mind. Alright, let's just travel back then. Yeah, it definitely seems to have quite a decent amount of like replay value because it's so flexible with these different fighting styles and shards and stuff like that. So it would probably be quite fun to just redo old bosses with different setups and see how all of that would feel. To all law-abiding citizens of the Citadel, as of this day, martial law is declared. Ration distribution will be handled at the guards' barracks of the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd districts. Please take heed. Commerce or hoarding of goods is strictly forbidden. Carrying of any weapon in a public place is strictly forbidden. Approaching the walls, gatehouses, or temples is strictly forbidden. Any citizen found breaking the iron law will be stripped from the scrolls and cast into the Tarpian pit. Any non-citizen, slave, or freedman found breaking the iron law will be flogged and decapitated. Long live the Citadel. Long live the Guard. Long live the Council. Great. Sounds like a very happy people were living here. And I think in the demo over here we had a smith. But I'm pretty sure in the demo there was nothing about like weapons and stuff, but in this one there is. Yeah, so we can open this. That was the second boss of the demo. So far everything is like pretty much identical to the demo. Ezekiel's lust for light was everlasting. Ritual chandeliers were produced under the old god's command, the roaring lights ever burning within its temples. Oh. After the First Crusade, symbols of the old gods such as this were banned, and countless chandeliers melted, cast down, destroyed. And yet, sacred symbols are beginning to resurface. Yeah, that's the same thing we've seen before. Across the land, where mankind's memory is flimsy, and the old rulers are implored again for salvation. Yeah, again, like minor quality of life nitpick. Just you press like F, or in my case scrolling up, to advance the text, but then when you're done, you have to actually press escape instead of just pressing F again, which is a little weird. Fragment of Kingsguard. A faint echo of a once great shape, unyielding endurance outlasting all. Defeat bosses while absorbing 1500 damage without dying. Huh. This is new. Defeat 8 bosses while using counter. Okay, so this is like specifically for the counter playstyle. If we manage to do this, we like awaken this blueprint or something? Also special items. I missed this. Feather of the Dawn. A bright feather rumored to have originated from a king hawk of the island of Essen. Such items are commonly used for arcane experiments in the Tower of Dawn, where great mages reside. This one feather might be the result of such experiments, as it sometimes glows with a mysterious warm light. Passively increases movement speed while moving out of combat. Oh, up to 20%. Effect fades after 2 seconds of not moving. Is that new based on like feedback from the demo, where people said like it's a little too slow moving around outside of combat? I guess maybe they did that. And that's not based on which fighting style I have, right? No, that's just passive. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That was one of my complaints as well for the demo. Just that like walking around, there was a lot of walking around and it was a little slow. Now it's slightly faster. I mean, not super fast, but it's something. Dark Stone Hammer. A mason hammer, its surface a deep black. A lot of reading and lore in between each boss. It is said that stones molded by such hammers had unique properties, and structures built in such fashion could imprison even gods. The council jealously guarded the secret of creating such items for centuries. Yeah, just the lack of, like, combat between bosses, like enemies or challenges of any kind, I think is, like, one of the main complaints. But, I mean, that's the same for, like, Titan Souls and stuff. They're not really supposed to be games like that, but I would say it would be nice to have things like that. Like in Hyper Light Drifter or whatever, it's fun to go through kind of light challenges before the big ones, so you get the feel for combat and the movement and all of that. Alright, hello guy. Eidolon the Blacksmith. The alloy could be better. Oh, sorry. Unsatisfactory ores is what it is. What do they expect me to do? And don't get me started on the delayed. The delayed? The delays, you mean? Who are that lot guarding us against anyway? A fool's errand, let me tell you. Damn them all. What are you doing in here, kid? I'm not taking new orders. Not that you could afford it anyway. Scram now. I've got work to get back to you. Damn them. Give wall insignia. Oh, sure. That badge. A new recruit, then. About time they sent someone over to pay what's due. I'm lying. Haven't got the coin, have you? Should have figured. Scram now, little one, and tell your lieutenant no craft of mine will leave the shop until I get what's due. With interest. That just seems like it was a bad idea to show that. Haven't got the coin, have you? Alright. Well, we need to get rich. Wait, I think it said something about, like, there's swords and stuff as well. Like, sword upgrades? Where you can get, like, different weapons? Not really sure. Maybe that's just cosmetic or something? Yeah, we'll see. So, was there anything I could do over here? Oh, hello. Ah, my dearest of fellows. Made it through then? That means the old one has been dispatched? To see him twisted and morphed in such a way, nothing else could be done, I'm afraid. Visited old Eidolon, have you? Poor, poor soul. The best among the best, turned into such a pitiful creature. Body twisted and mind shattered. One cannot help but wonder if his fate would have been kinder if only he was taken like the others. Our lot simply cannot withstand such concentrated influence of the old ones. Not for long, anyway. Better make our stay short then, don't you think? Yeah. Doesn't seem like destroying things matters. It doesn't, like, do anything, either. An ancient power is emanating from the gates. Yeah. And it seems like this side is shining because we beat the first guy, and this side will be shining once we beat the second guy from the demo. This is like Patreon stuff? Or a Kickstarter? The statue? Nope, it's not. The statue of a nameless count, his name forever lost, but clearly a great leader of the old kingdom of Mercia. The Mercian counts were among the first to answer the call of the First Crusade, gathering vast armies against the ruling gods. Their great effort exalted the first king, cementing his authority over the council. I'm mispronouncing a lot of stuff. It's a lot of reading. I wasn't really expecting this much reading from a game about just boss fighting. And then that's it. So yeah, pretty linear. We just have one place to go. And I do remember this boss having the, like, red and white polarity thing. Ezekiel, God of Light. Ow. Oh, that looks different from the demo. And he, like, changes his color of the thing on his back to signal, like, which attacks he's gonna do. Ow. Oh, I just dashed into that. Right, I should be grappling as well, and then I can bloodburst after that. Right, and then I should do the wind slide as well. Gotta remember to do that. Ow. What? What happened to my grappling hook? Now he goes right. because of the thing on his back. What is happening with the grappling hook? I'm like using it and nothing is happening. It just like whiffs. Need to remember to use the wind slide. Oh crap, I was like stuck on him. Ow. I just dashed into that, damn. Oh, and now he does both sides, like in order. Holy crap, okay, I thought you could like stand inside of there. You cannot. Okay, I'm liking the wind slide a little more now, but I just need to like get better at using it. Yeah, oh man, it's like you're grappling some of the rubble or something? That's a problem. Even though you can't destroy it. Yeah, that's annoying with the grappling hook thing. Yeah, again, it just like did nothing. That seems like it could use some like fine-tuning. Crap. There it worked. Oh, damn. Dashed the wrong direction. Ow. Thought I could just outmaneuver that. Nope. So now he, like, does it multiple ways. Yeah. Phase 2. That Bloodburst has a lot of range as well. Oh crap, right, I have to like get over to this side and then avoid that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this boss I remember having like very good tells and stuff. I mean, obviously I'm like, I know how to deal with most things because they haven't really fundamentally changed from the demo. So after this boss it's gonna get a lot more, a lot tougher to like figure things out. I'm thinking I might not want this because yeah, it's just kind of not working half the time, which is a bit unfortunate. So maybe I should instead do like the Bloodburst. Or we can try the dash thing, because you do dash through a lot of attacks here. Yeah, let's try that. Because you just like will end up dashing through like the spinning lasers and stuff like that. Let's try it out. Like there. But yeah, I don't know if I want to like just do normal attacks instead with this style. That's kind of the weird thing. Like, I now have an ability that wants me to use Bloodbursts a lot, but at the same time I want to use light attacks because the light attacks will fill up my wind slide. So it might be like kind of counterproductive, this kind of build. Damn. Oh. Just did something. I guess dodged an attack using wind slide. Ow. See, I could just like dodge through those lasers over and over if I wanted to. These two. I think ah shit, I thought I like wind slided through that attack, but no. Damn. So he does right first and then left in this phase. Damn, pressed the wrong button. Mistime that as well. Spinning lasers. Uh-huh. Well, it's a lot of damage, this wind slide. Just a lot of, like, particles flying around. There we go. Yeah, very interesting combat system. I know I said exactly that about the demo as well, and it is fundamentally the same thing, but it really is interesting how each of the fighting styles is, like, kind of completely different, and you have to play them in different ways, and yeah, they just really feel different, so... And you can spec into them, like, whenever you want, which is also really nice. Oh yeah, I have another skill point, so we can spend something else. So maybe this one isn't that great? I don't know, because, yeah, it does seem to kind of go against the strength of Wind Slide. But let's see. Yeah, okay, you can go into both trees eventually, so maybe eventually you can, like, max out an entire skill tree. So, should we keep going with this one or swap over? I think let's keep using Wind Slide for a little bit. Infusing a boss shard in this slot reveals its hidden power. But not permanently, right? Oh yeah, here's the weapon. Kingsguard, yeah. So I guess I really do want to do counter. I should be playing counter so we can, like, absorb damage without dying. But that's weird. I mean, didn't I absorb a lot of damage during that? Wait. No, I can't, like, select it first. What's happening here? Is that just because it's in there? Yeah, okay. Shining Burst. Yeah, I don't know. Shouldn't this one have some damage in it? Because I did take a bunch of damage and then defeated the boss. So it should have, like, some of it. Or is it just, like, reset when you die? I don't know. Defeat 8 bosses while using counter. I'm thinking maybe it's actually absorb 1500 damage while using counter or something, and that's why it doesn't work? So I guess let's swap over to counter. And then, what do we want here? The Bulwark. I mean, I think that's pretty good. And then, like, what could we get afterwards? Up to 150% based on the counter bar. Heals for more. Counter damage is amplified. Or the Warding Blade. Counter now deals 10% damage for each Warding Blade active, so even just more burst damage. And Warding Blades grant more counter bar gain? That sounds pretty good, actually. So we can just, like, block even more. Yeah, let's try this setup. And then, so what happens here? If we do Corrupted... What was it called? Corrupted counter? Shining counter. Oh, I see. Shining counter, shining wind slide. In that sense. But, like, what are these called? I guess the item itself isn't called anything. It's just each attack. But yeah, so this one, Corrupted counter. Counter swing is followed by a swirl of tendrils, dealing overtime damage and lasting 1.25 seconds. And then this one, a ray of pure light spins alongside your counter, dealing an additional 20% damage, increasing your speed by 45% for 2.5 seconds. That doesn't sound bad. But then what do we get here? Lightbringer. There's a lot of flexibility and customization. The Tower of Light was the highest, most majestic structure ever erected by mankind. Its multitude of spires, levels, and plazas soon became the center of a flourishing commercial, cultural, and scholarly expanse. And yet the tower is now broken, its halls deserted, and its lord caged far away. Unleash a torrent of pure light, dealing 7 damage 6 times over 1.8 seconds. You move 25% faster for the duration. Let's just test that out. Takes quite a while to charge compared to the the grapple. But then we press it, and it just does that, but only in the exact direction that I was aiming at. And you can't swap it, like, during the attack. So if I, like, walk to the right and click it over here, yeah. You can't switch it around. Okay, so you have to, like, be aware of which direction you want to do that in. Not sure I want that. Activating Blood Burst causes a ray of pure light to extend forward, dealing damage and increasing your speed. I mean, that's just, like, more damage, more speed. Every third charge attack. Yeah, okay, that seems pretty similar in all of them. Spear of Light to fall to the ground, dealing 10 damage. When 3 Spears of Light are present, they trigger an explosion in a cross pattern, each dealing 20 damage and fading soon after. I kind of like that, honestly. That sounds pretty good. You just place a bunch of spears and then hopefully they will just end up doing a bunch of damage. Might want to test that. And let's test the counter here, maybe? The corrupted counter. So, can I do anything here? No? You just go out to the door that's now open. And the smith doesn't say anything now. Nope. You know, it's very, like, desolate and barren. No real background music when you're just walking around. The Shining One shines no more, eh? Aye, whatever. I've heard the tales. Thousands upon thousands died during the construction of the Tower of Light. Such a massive tall construction, shooting for the sky. One could see it is white, okay, minor spelling error, and gold marble from miles away, but it was built upon human blood, quite literally, brick after brick. I won't blame you for disposing of such an old one, and yet I cannot help but weep for our world. It surely feels a little more grim, devoid of light, wouldn't you agree? Well, we have killed the god of light. And I guess the god of corruption. An ancient power is emanating from the gates. Really? I thought we were done. How do I get this one to power up? I thought that was like once I killed the guy in there. Oh, we can go here now. Wait, could we always go here? Did I just miss this? Can't really look at much here. Oh, okay. There are multiple paths. Oh. Hi, bird. What's up? Crow Lord Darkin. Caw-caw. Oh. Say, child, that effigy, might you be a faithful one? What a joyous day indeed. Speak truthfully then, child of men. Do you wish for the world to be reborn? No. An unholy man walks with a holy relic. What sadness you have brought us, child. Move along now and die with the rest of your kind. Maybe that was a mistake. Talk again? Yes, I absolutely want that. What joy, truly, what joy you have brought us. But it is known, actions speak louder than mere words. Whoops, sorry. That was an action. The deep altar is broken, unusable. It will need power, an ancient power, to be repaired. Find the purest light, child of man, and bring it back to us. I got it. For it is known, the brightest lights cast the darkest shadows, yes? I got the light! No? I have a pretty bright light! I killed the god of lights. Shouldn't that work? Alright, I guess that's not it. Yeah, so from now on, things are completely new from the demo. O wise one, be with us this day. Be the fire within us that cleanses our sins. Be the flow within us to purify our soul. I need some water. Be our ward against famine and calamity. Let the rivers run and the crops grow. Book of 1, Rowan the Blessed, 11:4. 1 second. There we go. And we can't look at anything else, no? It's nice that interactable things kind of shine a little bit. So this is just gonna be yet another boss immediately. Sure enough. It's Twin Rova. Eos, God of Unity. Yeah, this is completely new now. Need to remember I can counter as well now. Ow. Good counter. Yeah, we got those light spears. Damn. Okay. This guy is kind of hard to counter. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, it just starts again. Okay, you want to get out of those. But I couldn't just, like, dash through them? Yeah, I mean, kind of, but it's painful. Man, okay. Yeah, counter might not be the move for this guy. It kind of doesn't seem like what you want to do here, but we'll see. There we go. Oh! A bloodburst, like, splits them, I see. Oh, crap. Bad counter. Ah, damn. Wasted that. Oh, okay. Shockwaves. Getting a lot of healing. Oh no, I see, it wasn't a bloodburst to split them. They just have like a kind of defense meter that depletes over time. Damn, meant to counter that. Yeah, maybe using Q is actually easier than doing the scroll wheel down thing that I've been doing. Damn. Yeah, I gotta get the counter timing down. That attack has a very, very short tell. Well, there we go. A Song of Rain and Fire. I wonder what that's a reference to. What did it say? United's Blessing? So there we go. Already 3 bosses, and we have another shard to use. Good lord. Yeah, here we go. Oh, it doesn't even say. Oh, I see. Last boss fight, I did this much. Damage received 300. So, what do you mean 74? What? Huh? Oh, I guess it's specifically, it's not taking, okay, alright, it's absorbing damage with a block, the counter. So that's, we probably want the Bulwark in that case, because the Bulwark is going to actually absorb damage, meaning we get more of this. But, I mean, I still have to do this for 7 more bosses if we want this one completed. Okay. So, I mean, in that case, I guess let's ignore these warding blades. Unbreakable Trinity. Upon perfect counter, warding blades are instantly resummoned after shattering. Huh. Yeah, so let's just respec everything and get the Bulwark instead, and then do more absorb value. And then Shoulder Bash. After successfully dodging, your next light attack becomes a Shoulder Bash. Shoulder Bash fast attacks that grant... Oh, Shoulder Bash. Fast attack that grants 25% counterbar and deals 45 damage. During the animation, you take 50% less damage, and counter deals 25% extra damage for 4 seconds after Shoulder Bash hits. Okay. So dodge, do a light attack, then a counter, and you, like, do a big boy counter. Alright, let's do that. And then now, we have Adaptive Counter. When above 50% HP, Counter's swing is engulfed in flames, dealing 130% damage, but leaving a burning debuff on you that damages you for 5% of your HP 3 times. So just a lot of damage, and then when you're below 50% HP, the swing swirls with Pure Waters, dealing only 90% damage, but leaving the Refreshing Waters buff on you, granting HP and stamina. Okay. That could be pretty good. United's Blessing. Once wild and free, Eos embodies the very essence of the elements, subdued and caged during the First Crusade. Its radiating power contained and harnessed by dark contraptions. When above 50% HP, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Fiery Thrust. When below, you do less damage but heal, and more damage but damage yourself, okay? Bloodburst. Same thing there. Uh-huh. So they seem to mostly do the same thing, just depending on which attack you want to put them in. Yeah. And then the dash one. Using dash through attacks will grant you a 20% damage increase for 3 seconds, but also damage you. And then heal and stamina. Yeah, I think just the basic one is probably the best one for this one. Oh, and I didn't even have this one during the fight. Oh wait, no, I had the corrupted one? Why did that one get unequipped? Because I checked this one out. Right, yeah. Okay. So maybe just the grapple again? Or the bloodburst. I mean, I guess I'm doing a lot of charge attacks on counter, because you actually want to do that. And that's even more healing. Yeah, let's try that instead. Okay. That's just my spear, I think. So, about that pure light. How do I do that? Oh, so I guess the door wasn't meant to be like the first boss and the second boss. It was just meant to be defeat the, like, duality one. The unity. Okay, that's nothing. Yeah, don't think I can do this one. So now this should be open, right? Oh, I see. It was like they had one part of the seal and this right guy had the other part of the seal, but I mean, it was like broken before I even killed the light guy. Yet another one... yet another old one dissipates. gentle, peaceful Eos never hurt a soul, did you know? He hurt my soul! In times of old, it was quite content roaming the inhabited wilderness of the world, rarely interacting with humans. To be shackled, caged, and ultimately meet its end in such a violent, abrupt way. Our world is on a dark path, and yet the only way forward seems more slaughter. So he's just gonna be, like, singing the story as we go along, I suppose. Let's just go visit the smith, even though I don't think anything will happen. Nope. Okay. 1 second. There we go. Yeah, maybe once we get that blueprint completed, we'll have to take it to the smith, and then he'll make a new weapon or something, the King's Guard. So I assume I can just open this gate now? Uh-huh. Is it just immediately another boss? Seems like it. Oh, the Sanctuary of Souls. So we got a Song of Rain and Fire, defeat Eos, God of Unity. Blade Discipline, hit an enemy with Wind Slide, Berserk Slash, or counter 20 times. Oh, I see. Okay, so not like dashing through an attack with it. Talk with Ras. Reach Concord Sanctuary. Oh, is this a nice place? Concord Sanctuary, is this like my base of operations? Although in theory a neutral city-state, the Citadel architects have never forgotten their ancient origins. The statue of King Otto, last ruler of Mercia, stands taller than all the others. Ironic how work on his greatest statue was completed right before the doom of his kingdom. And we got another bonfire. Yeah, sometimes I was scrolling there for like quite a few times and it wasn't registering. That's a little weird and annoying. Yeah, maybe I'll have to like use something else. Just use F instead. So maybe the scroll wheel isn't too reliable. I mean, it's not my actual scroll wheel. That's working perfectly fine. I think it's just this game kind of reads inputs like a little slowly when it comes to the scroll wheel. Oh, there we go. Elevator ignition key. Mysterious clockwork key. Once upon a time, a vast mass of water was discovered underneath the Citadel. The cave entrances were sealed and left alone by the council, but the creator was of a different mind, and pried open at once the ancient passages upon his conquest of the Citadel. The creator showed a morbid obsession for its dark surface, and spent many decades studying its depths. And so, a sprawling web of elevators was slowly engineered, with the most faithful of the Watchers being given keys to navigate them at will, to conduct their dark schemes. So yeah, now we can go down that elevator, I suppose. Oh, okay, this does go somewhere. A faded depiction of a Nipopodus feline, once considered the greatest predator of them all among the feral arena. It is now almost completely extinct, having to fight off the variety of competitors within the brutal food chain of that jungle. Okay. To my liege, Sir de Vrail? I don't know. It has been a hard crossing, my lord. We passed the boundaries of the forest 7 moons past, and yet our progress is abysmal. Isn't that 2 S's? The forest is thick, with ravines, bushes, and dead wood blocking our every advance. There are unnatural things stalking amongst the trees. The natives abandoned us after the 3rd day, disappearing deep within the thickets. Last night we lost 3 of our hunters to a monstrous boar. He impaled 2 of them on a single tusk. I've never seen such a gargantuan beast, my lord. and I'm afraid evermore await within this deeper layers of this hell. Can you use the word in that way? We drove it off with fire and steel, and yet we couldn't kill it. We're expected to reach the base camp in 5 more days, and yet I fear for our success. Something stalks our every step. It never reveals itself, but we can hear its hooves scraping against the stones during the night. Hello. She's reading the book with telepathy, I guess. Nahol the Wise. Or he? I don't know. Another wanderer, I see. Welcome to the old library. Or should I say, the last library. Who knows anymore, right? I came here to learn from the great scholars, but alas, I was too late. Nothing is left of the Great Order, but their histories live through these books. Okay, I think it's a guy. What better place to wait out the end? Say, why don't you come back once you find something interesting? The Citadel is filled with remnants of the past, and I think almost everything has its own history. That might be all we have left at this hour, don't you think? What do you want to know more about? Feather of the Dawn. This has to come from the Island of Dawn, no doubt about this. I ought to say, I'm surprised one such as yourself would have an item of this kind. Even the bravest Vashan merchants seldom dare take the trip to the island, too risky. And were your ship to make it, it is well known that the will of the mages is flimsy at best. I've heard tales, dark tales of sacrifices, exiles, and executions due to an astral sign or some other obscure omen. Losing one's head is no good for trade, if I had to guess. These sorcerers have long abandoned the old gods, just to put their destiny in the hands of the firmament. What can they see among the stars, I wonder? Oh, I should stop talking so much. I mean, it's well written so far. It's like a lot of reading, and it's hard for my voice, but so far it hasn't been like poorly written or like, yeah, droning on too much or whatever. It's kind of Dark Souls-y, lore-y, like telling you about the world just through random people and descriptions of items and stuff like that. Definitely seems to be heavily inspired by that. Okay, I don't want to know more about the... Oh, no! You can't... Oh, God! Okay, this is probably a bit of a problem. You can't actually say, no, I don't want to know about anything. Okay, you can just hit escape afterwards, but yeah, still. Should probably just be a way to hit escape and exit out of the conversation at that point. This seems like a pretty massive place. A faded painting depicting the verdant plains of Cumbria, the wealthiest county of the Kingdom of Mercia, fertile plains dotted by channels, fields and orchards. And yet, the small folk slept with pikes and pitchforks next to their hearths, for war and brigandry were never far. Also, would be kind of nice if it blinked in like a different way when something was unread, and then once you had checked it, it should maybe still blink so you can see that it's something you can interact with, but maybe in a less subtle way, or more subtle way, rather. Something like that would be nice, I think. Oh, can't go in here. And this just goes outside? Looks like it. Let's hold off. Now we're just back in the main hall again. Just watch out for blinking stuff. An ancient power seems to be sealing these doors. So 6 boss fights, I guess. We have 2, but why only 2? Wouldn't it be 3? Not really sure. Oh, right there. The Merchant Prince... The Merchant Prince of Vashan, Eimer III, or Vashan. Although often accused of gluttony and corruption, Vashan's vast merchant fleet had kept the Council's armies fed and supplied, as they were the only people adept enough to challenge the unruly ocean surrounding the continent. Would be kind of nice if it, like, while you're reading stuff, it should zoom up the camera or pan up the camera and show you the guy that you're reading about. Is this book blinking? No. Yeah, I mean, so far, all of my, like, negative feedback has just been very, like, minor quality of life things that you could very easily fix. So, hopefully they do work on things a little more. But, like, the base of this is very interesting so far, and I really love the combat and the flexibility and customization. Hi, Alchemist Rogue? Ah, you must be the rampaging fool I've heard so much about. Have you? From who? This is my sanctum, a place of research and experimentation. I cannot, nay, will not condone destruction without purpose, destruction without analysis. Leave at once. I've important work to attend to. Amethyst Vial, sure. Is this? Where did you... The clarity of the extract. The texture. Absolutely outstanding. Tell me, soldier, are you also after the Watcher's work? You might not be the foolish barbarian you appear to be. No offense, of course. Why are there like 2 spaces here? You've done well to bring this to a more educated mind. Please, bring more of such artifacts to me. We might uncover the pattern just yet. No reward? Damn you. Ah, there's my favorite meat cleaver. What have you brought today? Nothing. No. Smothered Heart of Fire. A small gem of a fiery red complexion, faintly warm to the touch. The bright church bestowed such gems upon its highest-ranked inquisitors, and it is said to have a spiritual connection to Azarak Tar, the phoenix god. It was never found how such items came into existence, although no citizen of the Bright Kingdom can forget the great, mysterious pyres blazing upon the high temples, ever burning, and the most peculiar ash the winds carried along. A faded painting of a once renowned warrior. I think it should be renowned? As he's... Oh god, yeah, okay, this one, there's a lot of typos here. As he sought to reach the top of the mountain, he at times gave away his sword to embrace more roguish ways, and even though he alas forsake his painful climb to rest in a peaceful meadow, his name shall not be forgotten. But they didn't mention his name, so it was forgotten. Here rests Sir Edark, maybe this is him? Edark the Brave, protector of man, bane of the false gods, shield broken, shining armor torn asunder, blood spilled upon the frigid spire, and yet his name is remembered. I guess maybe that's just a thing they, like, say about anyone, just and yet his name is remembered. 455th Lunar Cycle, 480th Lunar Cycle, First Crusade. The big grave. Or a sarcophagus, or coffin, or whatever. Oh, and we can go into the ice place as well, so it's ice or forest. Arise, O frigid one, who wards from ice and snow. Through war, preserve us. Through famine, preserve us. Through heresy, preserve us. The frigid chant. Yeah, I might end the stream a little early today, because all this reading is really taking it out of me. Maybe we can find, like, one more boss or something? Yeah, let's go here. Very nice artwork. Another minor criticism is, again, like, I wish they kind of put a little more effort in the animations of the main character, both when, like, walking around, it's a little weirdly stilted, and the animations, again, like, look kind of just a little crusty, a little stiff, when, like, that's the thing you're looking at the most, because, yeah, all of this artwork and the, like, minor movements and stuff in the environments are fantastic, so having just one thing that kind of sticks out a little bit is, maybe a little less than ideal. Oh, use Smothered Heart of Fire. Okay, so the ones that don't have the, like, the parchment icon don't necessarily have no use? Oh. Is that... Yeah, I still have it. Oh, does that just mean that, like, overall, I can just burn down doors now? And we can, like, maybe smash some stuff? I wonder. Let's hold off on that. for a second. Can't go through here. Checkpoint. Alright, since I have a checkpoint, let's go in. Hello. Hello. The Bright Inquisitor. Ah, I can feel it. You carry a heart, don't you, child? Most people do. Yet another of the Bright Order falls within this cursed place. His remains will never join the sacred pyre. My heart weeps, truly. You've done well to bring the heart back to me, child. It carries the very spirit of Azarak. Look into its flames. Can you feel it? There's much left to be done, and yet the numbers of the true followers dwindle. Heed my words, child. Hold the heart close to you, and pledge yourself to the Bright Church. Sure! Why not? You pledge yourself to the Bright Church, and yet the Phoenix God slumbers, wounded. Our sacred duty is to aid its recovery, and I expect you to not rest until it is done. Whoops, I just pressed escape instead of continue. Crap! I think I might have just, skipped some dialogue. False gods plague the Citadel like parasites locked within their cages. And yet, we ought not to underestimate those nefarious presences. Sometimes the smallest fire can cast great heat. Find a false idol with the power of fire and bring its essence to us. Its wicked flames will burn for the glory of Azarak. Yeah, I might have skipped some stuff. Maybe we'll learn to, burn this somehow? True Ice Prism? A small ice-like shard. One can only wonder how it preserved itself through time. Deep within the frigid waste, dark cults were worshipped. Upon the fall of the old gods, the Citadel tried hunting down such cults, but such efforts were soon abandoned after the Great Loss. How does one conquer a land permanently steeped in ice and snow? So this one we take to the other side, in the ice place. Yeah, I can't break this at all. Maybe we find a secret path to the bottom or something. Yeah, this area is very nice. Definitely my favorite so far. Oh. Forest Sage. Rare to see people of your kind these days. What are you doing here, child? I guard these woods against trespassers, but I'm afraid I've started to return to the earth. Harder to stay awake, It pains me to admit it, but the Ancient One has been corrupted. I advise you to leave these woods at once, lest you be devoured. Yeah. We can't go in here. Having a map would be nice as well. Sure, you have a map when you go to these whatever they were called again, bonfires. But yeah, would be nice to just be able to open one up whenever you want. Sunfire Butterfly. A massive Sunfire Butterfly captured in a small bottle. Such creatures were considered of great value among soldiers, as they release a burst of flames when killed, allowing the ignition of campfires even in the dampest weather. This specimen has grown massively beyond its natural size, and one can only theorize about what amount of heat it could generate upon its demise. So does this guy want it? Yeah, it's a little unclear. Having an actual map showing the area overall would be nice. Wait, where was he? He was in here. Okay, not that. I don't know if the original soldier wants this. Why would he? But maybe we should take a look. Like, surely there has to be some point traveling back to different places. Otherwise, why would they even have a fast travel system if you didn't have to backtrack ever? Yeah, I can't give anything to him. The Ever Forest. Yeah, we have many places to go. Oh no, this was just a dead end. Oh, training camp. Fragment of the Executioner. Okay, so that's a different one. A faint echo of the shape of carnage. Dark blood upon the razor edges of the abyssal depths. Deal 50,000 damage while defeating bosses and while using Berserk Slash. But I imagine then this only charges when I use Berserk Slash or something. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stick with the Kingsguard for right now. Oh, that's kind of weird. It's like training dummies, but I can't charge up my guard because I'm not in combat, according to the game. That's weird. Then what's the point of them? Yeah. That should charge up, like, when you're out of combat as well. Oh man, there are so many places to go. And once again, maybe we'll just, like, defeat a boss and then all the thorns will retract or something. Yeah, in situations like this, it would be nice to have the mouse cursor dash instead. Fragment of Wind Dancer. Well, there we go. Now we have one weapon of each style. A faint echo of a once gentle shape. A sharp wind among trees taller than mountains. Momentum and grace beyond reach. Perfect dodge, 120 attacks. That doesn't even sound that hard. But which one do I want? Do I want to continue with the counter? Part of me kind of wants to use Wind Slide instead. Moon's Way. Yeah, did it say what these were called? You attune, but what are they? So if we travel, yeah, we're all the way up here now. Oh! You see? Ow. Let me just check. Yeah, that doesn't work, but then if we, like, equip Wind Slide instead, just have it on. Damn it. Kind of hard to perfect dodge these. There we go. Damn. That heals you as well, yeah. That doesn't work. Huh. Okay, I guess it doesn't count outside of boss fights or something. But yeah, maybe we should do Wind Slide. So let's just look at this. Do we want to do Bloodburst or just go down here? I think we want to go down here. What are these ones? Storm's Edge. Wind Slide now grants a stack of Wind Aura. And it can stack up to 4 times. So you can use Bloodburst or just the actual ability, alright? After successfully dodging, your next light attack becomes Flurry. 6 quick cuts dealing 9 damage each. I think I had like a problem with this one in the demo where it didn't seem to actually do anything. But I assume they fixed that. Oh, and wait, counter is still like... No, I thought counter was like infused with a different one. Wind Slide increases the damage of wind leaves by 150%, but deals damage to you, or they regenerate. Maybe that's not quite as good? Windslide speed is doubled as a ray of pure light follows along your slide. I mean, that sounds pretty good. It travels slower, but leaves a trail of corruption. That also sounds pretty good. I'm gonna go for that. And then... yeah, this one is weird. Not sure I love it. Let's go with the Bloodburst. Okay, so wind leaves travel slower but deal more damage, which is good because you want more of them to be active at once. I don't have this on. No? Okay, good. Ignited wind leaves heal for an additional 75%. Yeah, so you want to charge attack while they're in flight. Ignited wind leaves grant a 5% damage increase buff for all wind leaves for 7 seconds. Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up though. And then Flurry. Let's try that out. Damn. Oh man. Yeah, this is very hard to actually time. Well, it's more than just walking. Good lord. Yeah, you can't really time, like, all of them at the same time. And all of this was just for a little bit of lore. Warlog 12? Unit 3 has been leading Legion 1, 2, and 3. That sounds weird, like, why Roman numerals and then numerals, or, like, numbers? Along the Moon's Way, dispatched on day 005. Stick with the format, guy! Unit 03 regrets to inform that heavy casualties have been reported from all 3 legions. Contraptions of the Elder kind protect the way. Physical force seems ineffective. It's like a robot or something, as they have been observed to reform swiftly. Unit 03 regrets to inform that Units 1, 2, and 5 have been terminated by the contraptions. An artifact that has been lost in the fighting. Unit 3 notes that the contraption appears to be linked with the moon's shell. Various cracks can be seen upon its surface, and a high degree of Elder influence can be recorded from as far as 250 meters from it. Unit 03 suggests that the great spell during the siege might have had unforeseen effects. Unit 03 advises a swift retreat of the remaining legions to avoid further loss of fighting power. Waiting for further orders. Long live the Creator. Yeah, I don't know if they're like robotic or whatever. Yeah, I guess just serpentine a lot. I'm gonna die on the way here. Well, I guess let's just go for it. Yep, that is not great, in my opinion. It's a little just annoying, like... What is this supposed to do, really? It's just kind of an annoyance, not really, like, a fun challenge. Yeah, like, sometimes you just can't really do anything. And they just happen to align in such a way that it's, like, impossible to actually dodge them all. Yeah, this is probably the first thing that I just think is just flat out terrible in the game. It's just like, why even put this in? People were complaining that there wasn't any gameplay between bosses. This is not what people wanted, I'm pretty sure. And I'm probably just dead because I have no stamina. This sucks. Yeah. This is just terrible. What were they thinking? Why design something like this? Good lord. Yeah, that's just annoying. Abyssal Stone. A dark stone with mysterious engravings. The Abyssal Chasm was famous for producing such artifacts buried within its deepest layers. Light itself seems to bend and twist around its surface, as if drawn into it. Unsettling sounds can be heard at all times while near it. Whispers from the dark. That's all we get. So now I might as well just die and get sent back, right? Oh. Didn't see that was even a wall. Yeah, maybe having some, like, regen over time outside of combat would be nice. Like, for the most part, it's just walking past them, but yeah, then sometimes they just align perfectly and you can't really deal with it. Well, now we actually have a boss, I guess. Ariana, First of the Moon. Ow, Jesus Christ. What are you doing? Okay. Oh god. Yeah, it would be nice if the wind slide had a little less, like, delay between attacks. You can't really dodge, like, you get trapped in animations a lot, which feels like it goes against the whole point of wind slide, being, like, the fluid moving one, dodging through things, like, I don't know. There's so many animations that just lock you in place. Like there, I couldn't dodge because I was in an animation. What now? Oh, Jesus. Ow. Yeah, this boss is very hard to, like, keep track of everything that's going on at once. God damn. Oh, Jesus. So now you just have to dodge attacks. There we go. Yeah, okay. Not as bad when you, like, got used to it. Yeah, that kind of, like, seemed worse going into it. Ariana first to the moon. Astronomical fracture. Okay, just, like, teleport back. I don't want to walk back. Oh, no. Oh, the contraptions are all gone. Oh, nice. So, I guess you could have just gone up here to begin with, and then gone to look at the side paths later on. Would have been a lot nicer and easier. Maybe that's what it was supposed to tell you, like, this path is too hard. If so, then fair enough. Didn't really, like, understand it that way, though. And now we got a new one. Let's just check this one. Lunar Inspiration. As the moon shattered, Ariana was the first to descend into the world. She taught great things, built great things, and men grew as she did. And yet even the greater of the old ones would eventually turn tyrant, for such is the prize of godhood. Activate the shard, cycles through the moon's phases, new crescent full. Performs a long, mid, or short-range attack, dealing low, mid, or high damage and shielding you for part of the damage. Sounds very hard to keep track of in the middle of combat. I guess all of them are going to be like that. Bloodburst causes a lunar effigy to materialize, following you for 9 seconds. Refreshing the effigy empowers it up to 3 times. Every 3 seconds, the effigy pulses, granting you shield and bloodburst damage increase. That sounds very good. Yeah, that sounds quite good. Every 3rd charge attack, lunar effigy. Shields. And just a damage increase. I mean, the bloodburst one sounds better to me. And yeah, just dash. And you get more stamina. Triple stamina. Interesting. It's not stamina regen, it's just stamina. So you can get up to like 9 dashes? That sounds weird. I wonder if they just mean stamina regen. Yeah, we'll have to check. Windslide causes a lunar effigy to materialize. Yeah, I think the bloodburst one seems to be the best here. And then this one, I guess we just do active shard, because then it's like, if I'm doing well, it's a damage thing. If I'm not doing well, it's a heal. So, I guess I'll do that. Yeah, alright. There we go. Guess I'll go back here. And I think I'm gonna leave it there for this first stream. The boss fights so far are very good. That's definitely the best thing about the game. The pixel art is amazing, the environmental art and stuff. Just, yeah, kind of got a little tired with all the reading and all of that. But I'll definitely be back to this, probably next weekend. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you then.